Welcome back to Visionz with Desmond Crockwell. And we're going to wrap this up with Ronald Butterfield. And Uncle Ronald, thank you very much. Let me say thank you very much for coming in and speaking so honestly and frankly. But I would like, before we get out of here, for advice. Advice for the young man that's caught up. Advice for the parent that's caught up. Advice for professionals that have the resources, but they walk across the people that need the resources so they can go and look good somewhere. Yeah. We want to know, how can we stop our young people from thinking that this is the only way to live? You talked about God so much that that has to be a part of the solution.
Yeah. To quickly say, a lot of people in life get sick and tired of being sick and tired, I'm just saying is, we need to have a guide model for these kids to say that, it's okay to do this, sir. It's okay. Don't do that there. So I feel that what time savers to come to these kids and people, not only to kids, to people, because a lot of times this stuff ain't messed up because of the kids, They're just following the real models of the adults. No, I don't know about Bermuda is party, drink, drunk, party, drink, drunk. And you're pushing this out there to these kids. What do you think they're doing? They're doing the same thing. They're just jumping. So we need the positive people. It's really not a government thing. It's a people thing. Somebody stepping out there first to open up their door. What got to plant that mustard seed that if God could do it for me, it could do it for somebody else. What got to come together as people. All of these churches in Bermuda got to come together to accomplish this task that's before us, to save people. It's not a black people thing. It's not a black man thing. It's not a black man power. It's not that. It's that we are all people. What color this thing is? We say this is. We say this white. In God's eye, we don't know what color God says it in. I'm just saying we need to come together because the devil don't care what color you are. You're black, white, orange. People's caught up in this black and white thing. That's a lie of the devil. If you believe that, stay over there. I'm a man that God put it into me to help whoever's got to come my way. And we are going to set a positive example as our stuff. I watch people go to church 24/7. It was the kids on the streets. You got to be a role model to say that we can't do that. We can't do that. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. And as nice as me, as a man of God, to represent, I can see that. And I tell my kids, and I apologize that if I messed up yesterday, God made it a better way that we can make it better today. So, it's the positive thing that we have to have, not as parents, because it wasn't always my mom and daddy, It was Ms. Wilson that was next door who was my parent. Or that person was a parent. That was yesterday, and people was always ready to jump in to help you. Today, you go to somebody else's child, man, they want to beat you up. They want to call the police on you. You can't correct a child in school, say something to a child in school. Don't come out and want to beat up the teacher. These kids today, they want to beat up their mama. They want to beat up their daddy. They want to say this. They want to say, you would, but you wouldn't. The devil is a liar. We have got to set better examples for kids, not our kids, but them kids that's out there. I know where I was yesterday. I was a big drug dealer. I was this, I was that. But I'm glad that God touched my heart enough to give me this passion and fire to get to somebody else, to help not only kids, but I got to help these people, because before you get to the kids, it's the parents. You're going to have these kids and go right back home to the parents that are staying home drinking and smoking and partying. No disrespect to nobody. But what role model are we setting? Bermuda, as in whole, even the government, we got to make something that, okay, we got to have something out there, a program out there for these parents to say, when they figure that child's just down to smoke weed, or just down, we need something to speak to these parents to help them to guide them through that path. Or when they get there, we got to have something there to help them. It ain't nothing hurt to really help people. We go speak. Churches will go out there and give food. The government does what I live with. You got Salvation Army that's struggling to do what they got to do. We need even live in facilities that one day about a ministry in Atlanta that I went all over the world, open up rehabs and churches for Victory Outreach. I'm a Bible study teacher, Bible study leader, I'm a pastor, I'm an armor bearer. Okay, what all that stuff mean if I can't use it to glorify God? I'm going to find a way today, through the public or through the government, to say, we're going to put programs in places to do this, to help people, to help do this. I see government, they're doing a wonderful job. But what I don't understand is they're doing all of this to bring all these people in to do all this development in Bermuda. What happened to the people that's in the Bermuda that's got to be developed? Who's going to help the people in Bermuda? Who's going to help these sick, suffering people? If God for me, who can be against me? I know that no weapon's going to form to come against me. I already know that here. But all this stuff that I know that God's given me to put this armor protection on me, okay, what use is it if I'm going to keep it to myself? It's nice that I can talk words from the Bible. It's best you can walk them things. Let's walk this stuff and help one another. We don't want to help each other. The first thing that people do, they want what you got. They do what you got. They're going to run you down. They're going to cast against you. No disrespect. If you're not a Christian, you're going to go to hell. If you're not Jehovah's Witness, you're going to go to hell. If you're not Salvation, you're going to go to hell. If you're not Muslim, you're going to go to hell. If you're not this, all these going to hell. You're going to burn in hell. We need to stop taking this stuff and using it as a weapon against each other and use it as a tool to help each other. And nobody can tell me about the devil. I'm dancing with the devil all my life. I'm playing with his sister, his mama, his daughter, his cat, and his dog on the streets. And God brought me in a position is that I can't put nothing against somebody. Okay, because you're dead, you can't come here. I would love to open up a house like I did in America for help people to are living in the women and men's home that they need, are living in 24/7 that you live in. You teach these people every day. I prayed 12 times a day. Each time I prayed was an hour until I learned to get into my mind that this world can't do nothing for me. I need a spiritual world. So we need to help these people in a way that it's not a way that it sounds scary or it sounds bad. We got to help people in a way that they can say that, okay, if God did it for you, God can do it for me. And we got to help one another. We don't want to help one another. We don't want to cast down against this, cast down against. It's going to be somebody out there saying, well, brother, I don't believe that, brother. You know, to me, I really done what you believe in. I know what God put in my spirit and opened up my heart that I'm going to help whoever comes my way, no matter what color, race, or where they come from. The two hardest things I find in life it's politics and religion. Everybody thinks that it's the right way. We got to help one another to help these kids to go out there and represent. Again, if God could do it for me, God could do it for them. So that's what we got to do. Be responsible people, not responsible parents, responsible people to be responsible not only for your child, but for that person's child. You're ready to condemn that person's child. You're ready to say about Miss Wilson's child. Look at Miss Wilson's child down there doing a pack of stupidness. What your child's doing? Everybody wants to try to clean everybody's house and their house is dirty. They want to draw stands and they live in a glass house. We need to come together as people, not as Christians or Jehovah's Witnesses or Rastas. Don't believe in that stuff, a lie from the devil. We need to come together as people to help one another like it was back in the day. How are you, Miss Wilson? Do you want something down in the store? My mama sent me for a cup of sugar. Can't do that today. And you wonder why this world's getting crazy. But it ain't Bermuda. It's the whole world the same way.
Yeah. If there's powerful, insightful, intriguing, burning words, it's time for us to take 5 seconds to let it resonate in our spirit as to what Uncle Ronald was saying. We need to focus on similarities, not differences. You know, it's what separates us is differences.
Yep.
I'm black and you're white and I'm rich, you're poor.
Yep.
What brings us together are similarities. We both like the flowers in the garden, so we both admire flowers in the garden. We both are for Manchester United, so we're going to agree on that. But when it comes to war, it's similarities. I mean, it's differences, my apologies. So when we find ourselves in the situation when we can either focus on differences or similarities, then we have to make the wise decision to let go of what we don't agree with. And let's focus on what we do agree with.
Yeah.
Sometimes we've got to get across the messenger and let's focus on the message. Because the message is about love, peace, growth, respect,
Amen.
kindness. And if we focus on the message, we might be able to have more respect for the messenger.
That's right.
But if I don't like the messenger because they're a different color from me, or I don't like the messenger because they go to a different church, or they believe in Jesus, I don't. But the message is still about love. Then it's up to us to decide what we're going to focus on. So I appreciate Uncle Ronald's message today. And I agree with the God and the Jesus and the Bible, and I agree with that. And I can focus on what we agree on, because that together is going to help us to reach the young people. So as we get out of here, I want to say to everyone, many hands make light work. And today is followers are tomorrow's leaders. And as Uncle Ronald stated earlier, what the children see, they emulate, they look up to, and they admire, and they idolize. So it's time that we become more positive, so they can idolize positivity. they can identify with positivity. If you would like for us to network, if you would like to get in contact with us, if you would like to be one of the hands that are going to make light work, I encourage you to get in contact with us. Our website is www.youthvisionbda.com. That is youthvisionbda.com. Our email address is youthvisionsports@yahoo.com. And our contact number is 337-7786. You'd like to get in contact with Uncle Ronald? You want to give out your contact?
My number is 704-0990. My email is ronaldbutterfield123@hotmail.com. It'll be a pleasure.
He wants to help. And if you want to help, get in contact with someone else that wants to help. And you'll watch how help grows. And we're going to get out of here. And in this segment, we're going to leave here by saying, may God bless you. And it doesn't have to be, you don't have to agree. Just accept the fact that we are trying to show love in our way. And that is putting God first.
Yeah.
So we're going to leave out of here by asking you to spread love. Because what we believe is that God is love.
That's right.
And we say thank you for joining us today on Visionz with Desmond Crockwell and my guest, Uncle Ronald Butterfield.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.